Why is school 5 days a week? Like, why can't it be 4?
Or maybe even 3.
Why 5? Tell me what makes you think we want to get up so early
Just to go learn something we're going to forget the next day. Like, at least add an extra hour or 2 before we have to be there.
because I do not want to be waking up so early to the point where I look literally
cooked.
Like, they expect us to wake up early and go to school with a smile on our face.
ready to learn.
In what
World do you live in?
Nah, bro. Cause I can be the only one whose class is literally built like a pack of wild hyenas. Cause tell me why, when the teacher leaves for 2 seconds, they be jumping all over the place like, huh? I don't understand, cause when she comes back, they be acting like the most nonchalant people ever as if nothing ever happened. Anyway, bye guys.
Oh my gosh, it is so annoying when you're in class. Let's just say you're in a French lesson or something, but your teacher asks everyone a question like, who knows the answer to this, blah, 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 like they normally do. So you don't put your hand up because you don't know the answer. And they're like, no, Samantha, I've already picked you. Sorry, I know you already know the answer, Erin. You look around and there's like you and 3 other people that don't have their hands up. And then she goes ahead and picks you. She's like, go on, you can tell me the answer. I haven't heard from you today. Maybe that's because I don't know any of these questions you're asking me. It's like, I swear sometimes they just get paid to annoy you. Also, another thing is that it's super embarrassing. You'll just look at them and be like, I don't know, sorry. Like in a really, really quiet voice. And everyone will just stare at you. It's like, if I knew the answer, I would put my hand up.
Story time! In my old school, I was in a friend group of 5 girls, including me. Annie, Camila, Jenna, and Emily. We were all like best friends and always had sleepovers on Fridays or on the weekend. But Camila always said that she couldn't make it because she had soccer practice. We all said it's okay, you'll come next time, even though she never came, and we never thought anything about it. Until one Wednesday afternoon at lunch when Emily went to the bathroom. We were all like, oh my god, we should totally throw her a slumber party for her birthday next week, Friday. And everybody said yes, of course, and we all started planning it. But of course, Camila said, sorry, I have soccer practice, I can't make it. And me, as a straightforward person I am, said, you really can't miss one soccer practice for your best friend's birthday party? She, of course, felt really, really bad and said, okay, fine, I'll go. We were all super happy, but that was obviously a really bad idea. Part 2 of my last story time. So the day comes of Emily's birthday and we go to her house and we set up all the decorations, the piñata, the cake, all the arts and crafts, all the activities and everything. And when we arrive, like we surprise her and we do all the activities, we eat cake, we do the piñata, we eat a bunch of stuff, and then it starts getting pretty late. So we decide, oh my god, let's go upstairs and like watch scary movies and tell scary stories and let's bring all the candy. So we went upstairs with like all the candy, like a bunch of candy, and we all set up our like movie spot and we start watching scary movies and telling scary stories. Everybody gets pretty tired and we're all like, yeah, I'm going to bed. Yeah, me too. But for some reason, Camila was like, no guys, let's pull an all-nighter. But that night, something very scary happened.
I remember when I was about 5 and there was this girl in my class and she pretended she was like a child model and a child actress, and nobody really like contradicted her for it because when you're 5 you just believe anything anyone says. And she had this really big like ginger hair and it was so pretty, and yeah, she just pretended that she was an actress as a child, and we were so gullible to believe that she actually was. And I think it was like a Tuesday or something, and it was our class's turn to go in the gardening area, because we had a gardening area in our school where we would like pick out these weeds and stuff, and each class would do it each week, and it was our turn to do it. And I had this handful of weeds, and our little book bags were sitting in a row, and I thought it would be wonderful to have those handful of weeds and all those worms in that handful of weeds go into that bag. This is part 2 of the girl. So our book bags were all lined up in a nice row, and I had a handful of worms and weeds. I know, gross, right? But I was 5, and I was literally just thinking, wouldn't it be like such a cool thing if I could get my revenge on her for lying? So So the teacher wasn't looking at this point, so I went over to where the book bags were with my hand full of worms and weeds, and I put the worms and weeds in her book bag. I felt like such a rebel at that point, even though I have done way worse things in my life. That's pretty much what happened. But wait, there's more. So the teacher has to sign these like reading diary things to confirm that we like read these books about this Biff and this Chipper and whatever they were called. Chiff, Bipper, Kipper, and you know those books. I can't remember what they're called. Were those? And well, you'll have to wait and see what happens. Part 4 of that wannabe actress. So, the teacher was shouting because now there were like worms on the floor and all the kids were getting excited. But then the girl was like so mad for some reason. Like she was screaming at all the girls. She was demanding to know which one of us had done it. And I wasn't going to tell anyone that I'd done it because that was the whole point. I was going to be secretive, and it erupted into chaos. The teacher was trying to like get the cleaning supplies and clean up the mess that was on the floor, and then loads of kids started running around. That actress girl was screeching at everybody, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen, right? So I just went to the girl. I said I was the one responsible for it, and oh my god, she lunged at me, grabbed a fistful of my hair, and nearly ripped it off. She didn't rip it off, but she literally drew blood on my head. Like, oh my god. And because she was attacking me, and then the teacher came round, and she...
You know how when you're typing on your phone, if you like type certain words, then an emoji appears? It can't just be me who memorizes the words that make emojis show up. So when I'm texting, I'll just write a random word and then the emoji will come up instead of having to go into the emoji library and actually finding it. Like, it can't just be me. So I could be texting someone, I could be like, I gotta go, and then just write run, and then the emoji will come up. I'll tap on the emoji and it'll be like a running emoji. I also like, if there's a certain emoji that I want to get into my recents, I just go onto notes and I just spam it, like the emoji, like 1,000,000 times, and then it goes into my recents, you know, life hacks. This video is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, and now I don't know what to do for the next, like...
I do not understand in the slightest how I can literally be falling asleep, right? I cannot keep my eyes open. But then when I actually get into bed and I want to go to sleep, I can't. I'm all of a sudden not tired. It's like I swear my days are backwards because I don't know how this works. It will take me like 3 hours to properly go to sleep, even though 10 minutes ago I was so tired. Sometimes it might just be the middle of the night and I will just still be laying there thinking about random things. Like how?